Big machines need lots of power to think. AI is like a big thinking machine. Without enough power, AI can't grow smarter. Old power sources might not be enough in the future. Power is food for AI. If we want AI to grow smarter, we must have new power. In a research paper called Situational Awareness, where it projected how much power AI will need as it grows, see the table below. The power reference class column shows the amount of electricity AI needs. 2022, AI used the amount of electricity that could power 10,000 average homes. 2024, AI will need the amount of electricity that can power 100,000 average homes. 2026, AI will need an amount of electricity comparable to the power output of the Hoover Dam or a large nuclear reactor, sufficient for about 1 million homes. 2028, AI will need an amount of electricity that can power a small to medium U.S. state. 2030, AI will need over 20% of U.S. electricity production, equating to the amount of electricity powering tens of millions of homes. Why atom power is best for AI? Energy sources vary widely, including solar, wind, hydroelectric, oil, gas, coal, and nuclear. Each has advantages and drawbacks. Solar and wind are clean but intermittent. Hydroelectric is consistent but can impact ecosystems. Fossil fuels are convenient but pollute and are finite. Nuclear energy stands out for its high output and minimal emissions, though safety concerns persist. However, modern technology has greatly improved nuclear safety. AI requires constant, high-volume power. Nuclear energy meets this need effectively, providing uninterrupted power regardless of weather conditions. Unlike fossil fuels, it won't deplete. New nuclear plants are safer and produce less waste. They can reliably power AI systems for decades, making nuclear energy particularly suitable for AI development. Nuclear power comes in two types: splitting atoms and joining atoms. Splitting atoms, called fission, is what today's nuclear power plants do. They break big atoms like uranium and/or plutonium into smaller pieces, releasing energy. Joining atoms, called fusion, is different. This uses hydrogen atoms and squeezes them together to make bigger helium atoms. This also releases energy. Now let's look at fission power first and then fusion. Fission power. Nuclear plants have changed a lot over time. Generation 1. Generation 1 nuclear power plants were the early prototypes and commercial reactors developed in the 1950s and 1960s. And these early nuclear power plants evolved from wartime atomic research in World War II, especially the Manhattan Project. The 1954 U.S. Atomic Energy Act promoted the development of commercial nuclear power and allowed private companies to build and run nuclear reactors. Generation 2. Generation 2 commercial nuclear plants were developed and built during the 1970s and 1980s. These reactors, including types such as the light water reactor, LWR, pressurized water reactor, PWR, and boiling water reactor, BWR, are the backbone of current nuclear energy production. Generation 2 nuclear plants are generally safe, but the designs are older and lack some of the advanced safety features found in later generations. Chernobyl's Reactor 4, which exploded in 1986, was a Generation 2 reactor. The three destroyed reactors of Fukushima in the big 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan were Generation 2 reactors as well. These high-profile accidents cause people to worry about nuclear power plants. Generation 3 and 3+. Construction of Generation 3 nuclear power plants began in the 1990s. These reactors were designed with advanced safety features, improved fuel efficiency, and longer operational lifespans compared to Generation 2. Examples of Generation 3 nuclear power plants include the Advanced Boiling Water Reactor, ABWR, and the European Pressurized Reactor, EPR. Generation 3+ reactors offer further enhancements in safety and economics. Generation 4 nuclear plants are the newest type of nuclear reactors being developed. They are designed to be safer, more efficient, and produce less waste than older reactors. Key enhancements include using advanced coolants like molten salt or lead, improved fuel utilization, and the ability to recycle fuel, significantly reducing long-term radioactive waste. These reactors have passive safety systems that automatically shut down the reactor in emergencies without human intervention. Countries actively testing and building Generation 4 reactors include China, US, and Russia. China achieved commercial operation of Generation 4 nuclear plant, Shidao Bay 1 high-temperature reactor. In 2012, China began building its Generation 4 nuclear reactor, high-temperature gas-cooled reactor pebble bed module, short for HTRPM, at the Xidao Bay Nuclear Power Plant in Shandong Province. This reactor began commercial operation in December 2023 and became the world's first commercial Generation 4 reactor. China is also building the world's first molten salt and thorium nuclear reactor, TMSR LF1, liquid fuel thorium-based molten salt experimental reactor. This reactor uses thorium instead of uranium. Thorium is easier to find and safer. The reactor uses salt to cool instead of water. This means it can't melt down like older plants. Construction of the TMSR LF1 reactor began in 2018 and was scheduled to be operational in 2024. Russia started constructing Generation 4 nuclear plant, Brest OD-300 lead-cooled fast reactor, and plans to achieve commercial operation by 2026. Russia has not yet started commercial operations for its Generation 4 nuclear reactors. The Brest OD-300, a lead-cooled fast reactor, is still under construction and is expected to be operational by 2026. Another project, the MBIR Multi-Purpose Fast Neutron Research, will start in 2024. The goal of MBIR is test and develop new materials and technologies for future nuclear reactors, particularly Generation 4 reactors. The United States started constructing Generation 4 nuclear plant Natrium reactor in 2024 and plans to achieve commercial operation by 2030. The Natrium reactor, a collaboration of TerraPower and U.S. Department of Energy, uses sodium as a coolant and includes a molten salt energy storage system. Using sodium as a coolant allows it to operate at higher temperatures and lower pressures, making it safer and more efficient. It also features an integrated energy storage system using molten salt, which helps balance energy supply with demand. This design enhances safety, efficiency, and supports renewable energy sources. Construction of the Natrium reactor began in June 2024 in Wyoming, aiming for commercial operation by 2030. Sweden, France, Japan, Canada, South Korea, UK are also actively developing Generation 4 technologies. However, these countries have not yet started constructing commercial Generation 4 plants. They are primarily focused on research and prototype development currently. Fusion power, a dream coming true. A fusion power plant is like a sun-making machine. It generates power by smashing together hydrogen atoms to make helium, releasing a lot of heat in the process. This heat could then be used to make electricity. Scientists are still testing and building big experiments to make fusion work reliably and affordably. It's not ready for commercial use yet. The biggest fusion experiment is ITER, International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, located in South France. It aims to prove that fusion can be a safe, limitless, and clean energy source. Currently, 35 countries are involved in the ITER project, including all members of the European Union, the UK, Switzerland, China, India, Japan, South Korea, Russia, and the US. These countries contribute through shared funding, research, and technology development. Several private companies in the US are working on fusion power, and some of the prominent ones include Commonwealth Fusion Systems, CFS. A spin-off from MIT, CFS is working on high-temperature superconducting magnets to achieve fusion power. CFS is one of the most well-funded and advanced companies in the fusion space. TAE Technologies. Based in Foothill Ranch, California, TAE Technologies is pursuing a different approach called Field Reverse Configuration, FRC, for fusion power. FRC is a way to contain hot plasma for fusion reactions. The main advantage of FRC is that it can potentially create a smaller, simpler fusion reactor. However, it's challenging to keep the plasma stable for long periods. Helion Energy. Based in Everett, Washington, near Seattle, Helion Energy is a notable company in the fusion power space. Sam Altman invested $375 million in Helion Energy in 2021. This is his biggest personal investment and has brought attention to Helion's work in fusion technology. Helion focuses on a unique approach called magneto-inertial fusion. This method tries to blend the benefits of magnetic fusion, which uses magnetic fields to contain plasma, and inertial fusion, which rapidly compresses fuel. The idea is to get the best of both worlds, better containment than pure inertial fusion, but using less powerful magnets than traditional magnetic fusion. Besides Helion Energy, Sam Altman has also invested in Oklo, a company making small advanced fission reactors. He backed Oklo in 2015 and helped it go public. Looking ahead, imagine a world powered by new safe nuclear power plants feeding AI endless power. With this energy, AI will become much more advanced. It could help us crack unsolvable problems, cure diseases, double human lifespan, help us touch the stars, and uncover nature's big secrets. This isn't just a dream, it's the future knocking at our door. Thank you for watching. Leave comments below on your thoughts on nuclear power and whether the investment in energy is worth it for advancing AI. See you next time.